Now, pyramids and cones. We're gonna talk about this. So yesterday we were talking about prisms. Now we're gonna be looking at pyramids and cones. Now, pyramids and cones only have one base. Remember prisms that had two bases and the rest were rectangles? Well, with pyramids and cones, they're only gonna be one base. So let me take a look at the base here. There's gonna be one base and the rest are rectangles. So looking at the base here, we have a six-sided base. So let me draw that right here. So the best that I can. I do encourage you guys to write it down. Okay. So now remember, how do we get the area of a polygon here? I'm looking at a triangle here. I see that one side is 6.1 and I see that the base is 7. So I'm just looking at this triangle. The two numbers that cross at 90 degrees are 6.1 and 7. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go 7 times 6.1 divided by 2. So that's going to give me that triangle. Whatever I get for that triangle, I'm going to multiply this by 6 because there are 6 sides on my base. So I'm going to go 7 times 6.1 divided by 2 times 3. So I'm going to get the area of the base is 128.1. You got to remember how to get the area of polygon. Again, we covered this a lot last unit. So right now you should remember. Now, I got to worry about the sides. The sides are triangles. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one triangle on each side of my base. There's 6 sides, so I'm going to do 6 triangles. Now for my triangles, let me focus on my triangle. So let me erase this real quick. When I look at this triangle, I see the base of the bottom is 7, and this distance right here, it is 13.4. And those are the two measurements that make the 90-degree angle. So for that triangle, I have to go 7 times 13.4 divided by 2. Okay, so I'm going to go 7 times 13.4 divided by 2, and I get 46.9. The cool thing is that each of my triangles is 46.9. If you need to review how to get the area of a triangle, how to get the area of a polygon, how to get the area of something, don't forget that you can always review. I have my lectures from last unit still available, so make sure you review. Okay, now to finish this, let me add them all up. There's 6 triangles and then the base in the center. Once you add everything up, you should get 409.5. Now let's take a look at question number 6. Let me find the base. I'm trying to see for a shape that is not a triangle. All right, number 5, it was easy to identify. Number 6, now I don't see a shape that is not a triangle. So in this case, I'm going to help you. The base is the one triangle where you know the measurement of the 3 sides. So let's see. I know this side is 8. I know this side is 8. And this side here at the bottom is 8. So that is the base. Now get the area of that triangle. Remember, I'm gonna look for my 90-degree angle in there. And it's made by 8 and 6.9. So for this triangle, I'm gonna go 8 times 6.9 divided by 2. So 8 times 6.9 divided by 2 gives us 27.6. Now my base has 3 sides. So there are 3 triangles. Okay, now the triangles at the side, I'm looking at my 90 degrees is made by 8 and 10.3. There's my 90-degree angle there. So for my triangles there at the side, I'm gonna go 10.3 times 8 divided by 2. Remember, multiply those two numbers divided by 2. So 10.3 times 8 divided by 2 gives me 41.2. So each of my triangles is 41.2. And then the base is 27.6. Add everything, and you should finish with 151.2. Okay, let's take a look at question number 7. Try to find a shape that is not a triangle. Now, if you see only triangles, let me highlight the base. Is the one triangle where you know the 3 sides of it. So I know this is 12. I know this is 12. And I know this is 12. So that is the base. My base is a triangle. Now, I highlighted just for you guys to see it, but I'm looking at this side that is 12 and this side that is 10.4 because they make a 90-degree angle. And the reason why I need those two measurements, because I have to go 12 times 10.4 divided by 2. And that's going to be my area of my base. In this case, happens to be 62.4. Because the base has 3 sides, let me do 3 triangles here. And for the triangles, I have to go 12 times 7.8. So I'm going to go 12 times 7.8 divided by 2. And that's going to give me 46.8. So each of my triangles is 46.8. Add everything. And you should finish with 202.8. Now for cones, this one I'm going to give you guys a formula. To begin with, we have a circle. So I'm going to say we have a circle right there. Now the top part, if you ever get a cone and let's say you are able to cut it out, you're going to get something like this. So it is part of a circle. That's actually why we learned last unit, we learned sectored area. Remember, we did the area of a sector, area of a circle. All right, let me worry about the radius, about the circle first. The diameter, you guys see the diameter is 20. So I'm gonna say the radius is 10. So I know for the circle, the area of the circle is gonna be 100 times pi. Remember, I have to go radius squared. So radius times radius, so 10 times 10. Now for my other part, I'm gonna give you guys a formula. It's gonna be the radius times the lateral height times pi. So in this case, I'm gonna go 10 times 22.4 times pi. Let me just call this 224 pi. Like 10 times 22.4 is 224 times pi. So I'm gonna deal with the pi at the very end. Let me just add this. 224 plus 100 gives me 324 pi. Now I will multiply 324 times 3.14 because I'm dealing with this at the very end. I'm dealing with pi as a decimal at the very end, and I'm gonna round it to 1 decimal place. I end up getting 1017.4. Right. Go 324 times 3.14. Okay, there you go.